Incredible Hulk here, and we are back to Kerbal Space Program. Hopefully we'll get back into the atmosphere, or outer atmosphere, achieve orbit. If you've watched our last videos, we were able to get into orbit, but then we didn't break orbit, and then the next video we just failed. So hopefully we'll be able to get into orbit. First we select our command module. And if you remember, we were able to unlock some of the guidance controls a little bit better, so we'll put our reaction wheel on top. Followed by our, actually instead of using the M16 or MK16 parachute, we're going to use the radial mount parachute. That way we are not going to separate ourselves from the experimentation thing here, the Science Junior, that thing. That way we can try to get our science from it. I keep clicking too much. Okay, there we go. We're actually going to put some lunar landing, I think they're lunar. Okay, micro landing struts. We're going to put some landing struts on it so we can actually just land the thing onto the surface. Okay, and we're going to put our heat shield because we need to protect ourselves from re-entry. Then we're going to put our separator to separate ourselves from the next stage. And we're going to try to go super light. I'm just going to go super light. So we're just going to put one fuel tank, one engine, another stage decoupler, then we'll go a little bit heavier. Put 3 fuel tanks, 1 engine, then radial decoupler. Okay, so that's a stack decoupler then. I'm sorry, I don't know if I called it the wrong thing. So we'll put some radial decouplers on there, and then we'll attach our... We'll attach some more fuel tanks. Again, I don't do the science behind it, I just kind of eyeball it. Put our engines on there. Then we're going to go a little bit crazier. We're going to put some solid fuel boosters on there. Alright, we'll just go one set of solid fuel boosters. We'll add our nose cones for aerodynamics. And our fins to help with directions. Alright, that should help with stability. We need to put some up here, but I don't want to attach it to this. I can put some right here, I guess. We'll put it like this, that way it's offset of this, that way they kind of balance each other. Alright, let's check the staging. Okay, so we got our first stage of our solid fuel and our liquid fuel going off, and we are not going to ignite the middle one yet, we're just doing the sides. We want to break off the solid fuels first, right here, because they'll run out of fuel first. Then our liquid fuel will break off and splinter out, and we'll ignite our center one at the same time, and then we'll separate to the next stage, fire that one. Then as we add re-entry, we will be able to break apart and use our heat shield to get through the atmosphere hopefully, and then use our parachutes to get to safety. I'm going to do one thing. I'm only doing this as a precautionary. You don't necessarily have to do this, but I am doing this in case of an emergency. If I see that I'm starting to overheat, that way I can separate myself from this. And we'll throw on our additional parachutes just in case. Okay, our plan is to stop with this, but then if we run into emergencies, we can separate and then launch the other one. We'll see if these burn out in the atmosphere. Hopefully everything will be okay. Let's go ahead and go to launch. Okay, we are going to increase our throttle, turn on our stability assists and our RCS, and then ignition. No idea why the controls are being so stupid. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna revert flight back to vehicle assembly. This is annoying. I'm going to read a little bit of this, because the deluxe winglet's what we had on it, and it was giving us barely any flight control surface. Alright, these are the movable pivot ones. These are the ones that I want. With the guidance system. Gives it more of a surface area. Let's go ahead and get rid of the solid fuel thrusters just to get rid of them. And we'll experiment with this. Turn on our RCS and SAS. There we go. I don't understand. I have the anti-rotation thing and I have frickin' flight control surfaces and it's still being stupid. It's not letting me adjust. Like, it's not letting me move anything. So I've deployed my landing gear and I have my chutes deployed. And we'll deploy our other chute as well to help, add some drag to it. I have no idea why it wasn't letting me control at all. Like, I had the anti-rotation thing going, and I had the frickin' fans going. Well, I'm gonna fast forward through this, because, I mean, holy crap, it's creeping. But at least we'll have a definite safe return. I know that the command module return will be good. I just need to be able to get up into the orbit now. Come on, this takes forever. Oh, here we go, here we go. And we have a safe landing. We're still gonna get 52 science from our right there material study. So we still got a good amount of science. Now we'll apply that science. 82 science. And this will help a lot, general construction, because we'll get the strut connectors and the launch stabilities and all these other things that I'm not really going to use yet. But we would get more fuel tank. I'm going to go with this one. I don't need the basic science one until I start doing just launching satellites. Advanced flight control would be nice to where I could get some of the thruster blocks. Maybe some of these aviation flight control surfaces would be good, but I think I need to focus more on making it the center of gravity more balanced or something. Alright, but I really don't like this, that I have to press in the center mouse and move it forward like that to get anywhere. We're gonna Yeah, I just messed up. Okay. What I was saying was, we'll grab onto the strut connectors. We'll throw them like this, and this will solidify it a little bit better. It will help hold these together. And now that we have those, we'll go ahead and throw on these solid fuel ones, and that way we can make them hold to get tighter formation. I don't know why my symmetry mode keeps on, or symmetry mode keeps defaulting back down, but anyway. So we throw those on there, and then we'll go back to our strut connectors. And we're just gonna we just sort of throw that stuff on there, that way it'll hold this into that, and it'll hold these together to where they don't bounce around and spread. We still have our fins to help wind direction. Now let's check our staging. We have solid fuel. We'll throw our solid and liquid together, decoupling from the station. Decouple solid fuel first. Decouple that together, decouple that. In case of emergencies, we have our bailout plan. Okay, let's try it again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And we increase our throttle, RCS, SAS up, and then we will go into ignition. Seems pretty solid so far. Got a pretty good center of balance. And we're out of liquid fuel before we're out of solid fuel, which is not really cool. And we will check our orbital map to see how far we are broadcast or forecast out. We will drop our throttle. We're just playing around with, okay, so we'll achieve orbit using this maneuver. And we'll go ahead and tell us to look at that maneuver. Estimated node in 1 minute 57 seconds. We still have most of our fuel. We have achieved a good orbit. Or at least a good staging to be able to get into orbit. That was fantastic. I couldn't have asked for a better launch. And that's just a little bit that those oh, I thought you could pause it. Anyway, that's just a little bit of a difference that those stability things change, those stability struts. But anyway, this has been Credible Hulk. We're going to be burning into orbit in a minute, but we're going to do that on the next video. It's been Credible Hulk playing Kerbal Space Program. If you would, please like, share, subscribe. I'm on Twitter, everything. Have a good day.